You know, truly, it feels like forever since we had some Cobra Kai, and the wait is over because now season 6 is right around the corner, and I'm here to break part 1 down. So, folks, let's jump into the review of that right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing season 6 part 1 of the returning series Cobra Kai, coming back to Netflix July 18th. So in part 1 there's 5 episodes. Part 2 will be premiering November 28th, and then the finale event comes 2025. So a lot of Cobra Kai things to come. And if you've been keeping your ears out to the rumors, there has been some speculation that Cobra Kai would eventually lead into the returning Karate Kid film. And I will say a lot of signs are pointing that way, with one Will Smith name being listed as an executive producer in the beginning credits of every episode. Now, I did do some research, and it does appear that he's always been attached to this in one way, shape, or form. But nonetheless, seeing his name now appearing definitely raises suspicion that that finale event could be something that leads directly into the movie. But nonetheless, let's talk about part 1. If you've been a Cobra Kai fan since day one back in the YouTube Red days, the series has never tried to reinvent the wheel. It's a lot of the same. So when it comes down to the action, the drama, everything being inflated and over exaggerated, it's a lot of that. But we love these characters, and for me, I'm just addicted because it's such an easy watch. It always is pulling on some nostalgia from the original Karate Kid films. And tons of cameos, and even in the first 5 episodes you get a few cameos. You're definitely getting some callbacks, and you're learning a lot more. Like, we're learning some stuff about Mr. Miyagi that may have us all reconsidering this glorified master that we thought that could do no wrong. I'll just say that. But nonetheless, it is really about where does Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fane, their senseis, now trying to play together, Johnny Lawrence and Danny LaRusso, could they actually stay on the same page for the greater sake of the kids here? And ultimately trying to take down Cobra Kai. But yeah, there's a lot of drama amongst characters. There's also some things that's kind of like, how's that going to work? Let's talk about a little bit with the dynamics here. So Miguel and Robbie, for what it's worth, they're kind of on the same page majority of these first 5 episodes, but things get a little dicey with them. The real interesting one is Sam and Tori, because they're like BFFs, and that is very awkward for everybody to notice. Like, that doesn't seem right. So I will say that because they are being sort of BFFs now, they have kind of lost their edge, and that's not good for competition. Because while yes, losing at the All Valley, now things are going to the global scale, and on the global scale, more eyes, the stakes are bigger, and you got to bring your A game. So yeah, now they're taking their talents now to the Sekai Taikai, and this is the biggest tournament of them all. So only if with all these folks now being under the same dojo, the question is, who will be the 6th to go? Who's going to bring their A game? And I think you can start to draw some, speculation in terms of who you would want your 6 to be, but I don't think you're going to be prepared for what happens. I'm telling you right now, episode 5 is easily the best episode of the first 5, and there is going to be some jaw-dropping moments. There's going to be some fantastic acting in moments. Like that 5th episode really changes everything. I'll say that. Another thing I was very excited about was little Anthony getting some love finally here. So for the son that's sort of just been in the background behind Sam, it's good to see Anthony finally getting some love. So you definitely can look forward to that. Johnny is getting ready to be a girl dad. And He's going to get his jokes in, but nonetheless, he will have to make some life-changing decisions in order to accommodate that. And that will be won by making sure you're bringing in some money to support your family, sir. But yeah, I talked about Miguel, talked about Robbie, talked about Sam, talked about Tori. Listen, Hulk is always going to be doing his thing. Dimitri and Hulk are going to have their moments, so you don't have to worry about that. You know you're going to get a lot of that still. I think the one I will say that should surprise you a little bit is Kenny. First of all, because Dallas has just we done seen this little kid grow up over the years on the show. He's a big kid now, so he's not just the little boy that's just trying to figure out his way. However, Kenny still has an uphill battle of sort of fitting in, and I don't think he's so willing to want to fit in, but the journey is definitely not going to be an easy one for him. He will also have some advice from his brother, who we know his brother has played a really big part in terms of how Kenny and his edge to everything. So be prepared for that. But honestly, there's not so much to talk about with this season. Like a lot of the first 4 episodes, I would say, is just a lot of everybody just getting back getting back on their A game and really understanding the dynamics between the different characters. A lot of the stuff I already like sort of went over in terms of like Johnny and the whole thing with being a soon to be girl dad. You know, those changes. I will say Danny Boy is also going through some changes as well, because I don't think he wants to do this much longer. I think he may be wanting to transition a little bit out of this. And while his wife may be supportive of that, she's not going to wait forever for him to do so. So him winning this tournament could be his defining moment of to leave it all hanging up on a high note. So got to kind of see how that plays a part. So yeah, just it's a lot of there's not a lot going on to that 5th episode, and that's where I'm kind of disappointed that we got to wait all the way until now November for the rest, because the cliffhanger, the drama, the emotions, so much we learn about Mr. Miyagi. I guess I could go as far as saying that we're going to see a different side of Tori, and how that will affect everybody, especially Sam. Especially Robbie too. And Robbie and Tori, you know, girlfriend, boyfriend, they're cute together, and they made some promises to one another. But by some of the events that will occur, we will see that tested. And oh yeah, it's gonna be a wild one. So I like this season for what it's worth, because I'm used to what this show delivers. You know, it's not giving you nothing over the top in terms of like the best writing or the best action or best drama. It's giving you exactly what the fans want. You get some cameos, some callbacks. You know, it knows what it is. It's self-aware. It stays within its box. It never tries to creep out of it. And here we are with the 6th season, part 1, doing that exactly. Just giving you the good old-fashioned Cobra Kai on Netflix. So yeah, once you check it out, let me know, because we got a lot to talk about once we could talk some spoilers, and we could do that right in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts about part 1 of season 6. It's about to be a ride. I'm telling you, it's about to be a ride. There's so much more I can say. I didn't even mention Cobra Kai, because I don't think I can without spoiling so much. But let's know that Cobra Kai never die, and they got some new recruitments. And they are not playing. So be prepared. But yeah, drop in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about this once you check it out. And as always, stick around for more reviews very soon.